Hi everyone and welcome to my video today. I'm doing my video based on Personal Development Plan, or PDP for short. So what I'll go through in terms of what it is, how I started using it, I suppose how it's helped me with my journey transitioning from marketing to UX. So I'll give you a little bit of a background. I actually never heard of the term PDP plan until about 4 or 5 years ago. This came about because I transitioned from one sort of area within a company to another. So I went from revenue to marketing. And for myself, although I've got a business degree background, I'm not that proficient in marketing at that time. So I asked my then switched over boss if there was a way that he could create a plan that could help me to grow within the field, look at top tasks that I could use in terms of understanding where I could grow. So he came up with a personal development plan that he did for several other colleagues before me. And it's something that I really appreciate, and I have to really thank him for this. So thank you for this, because it's been one of the Bibles of my personal development for the past 4 years. I basically go through what context is of a PDP plan. So it's all about understanding where you want to go within the next year. I think you can now set yourself goals for the next 5 years, but actually 1 year to set yourself goals for doing several tasks to develop yourself is brilliant. So what it is your name, job role, where you are now, and where you'd like to be within the next year. Is that in terms of job role? Is it to do with skill set? Is it to do with, industry swapping over? It can be entirely up to you, but have that set goal, have that why. And then it's all about defining where your strengths are. So what prior skills you got. Is it to do with the actual role itself? Is it to do with soft skills like presentations, communication, planning and scheduling? Or is it hard skills? So for example, more set skills within design, like Adobe Suite, understanding a bit more about how to do marketing planning. It's more defined in terms of where your skill sets are now. And then it goes on to where you want to develop next. So where is your skill set? So is it understanding a bit more about, again, marketing planning? Is it to do with networking? Is it to do with just building confidence in general? It's all about being more specific in terms of understanding where your gaps are, so you can improve and set yourself 6 goals, 6 or 7 areas you want to improve on. And I'm going to show you what I've done. Well, actually, no, it's what I've done. This is the manager that told me about this. So this is where it is. It's got my name, current position of where I am now, although this is going to change the next couple of weeks. The date I set it, so normally that's around January time, just so I can get a bit of, okay, this is where I want to go with my New Year's resolution, this is where I want to change. And then I've got about summary of who I am, career goals or whatever goals you want to do, strength, and then areas of development. And then I go into about 6 or 7 areas. You want to go into 6 or 7 areas, because I know there's research in terms of understanding any more than 7, your mind starts to go. And trying to break your goal down into mini goals, 6 or 7 is enough, because you're going to find that probably for the past every quarter you're going to be working on 1 or 2 goals max. It's hard to actually focus. If you're trying to go all 7 at once, you're going to do it crap. I don't mean to mind my language there, but it's going to be, your mind is going to wander, going, what am I doing? And it's going to be really thin. You're not going to have really strength on it. So work on the most important goals first, in terms of what tasks you want to improve on, then move on to others. Because once you've got those 3 sets, you can still reiterate and improve, but less time invested, but still keep going with those goals. So I'm going to show you what I've done for my one. What I'm going to do is I'm going to create a link in the video below for your own personal development plan. So you can actually help develop yourself within where you want to go with your career, or even just set goals in general. So for example, okay, I missed out the printing here, but so gone for design principles first. So it's going to be about what action you want to take, where do you want to develop. So first one for myself was design principles. Actionable steps, what do I need to know about design principles in order to help me aid that goal? The date that I want to complete it by, and possible obstacles that may face. Now that's kind of an interesting thing. It's more like a SWOT analysis. You're looking at your strengths and what you can go, where the opportunities are, but then you need to find out where obstacles are. Is it, you might be nervous, you might be not that, you might not have enough money to go for a course or something like that. Look at obstacles and actually find out ways you can break that course down, or look at ways of I suppose, looking at the weakness and actually looking into a strength. And then I'll go into another one. So my other one is my soft skills network. I really need to network within UX a bit more in order to gain a bit more within the industry. But so about creating opportunities in the fields by speaking to people within events, looking at, I suppose, deadline, and then also obstacles that could be faced. So, for example, Corona's helped that. So, yeah, these, I suppose, for me within my UX journey, has been really helpful in terms of understanding where my gaps are. Particularly in terms of, so for example, I wanted to transition from marketing to user researcher, or now I should say a junior product manager focusing on user research, which is my new job role starting on 26th of April. It's really helped me to understand a bit more about my gaps within my own career path. I understand it's really good to highlight my strengths because that really keeps it positive. But then also, because I'm a continual grower and a learner, I need to figure out ways to understand where my gaps are within my knowledge. And this has really helped in terms of understanding where I need to grow and where I can utilize my spare time into learning opportunities. Because there's so much in the news that you find that, or on videos like this, that you have to keep learning and growing, but what's the point if you don't know what you're learning and growing for? You know, I've done that in the past myself, where I thought, oh, okay, I want to go into digital marketing. And there needs to be a why. Why are you doing it? Is it because everybody else is doing it, or it's the easy route to go down, or is it because you have a genuine passion for it? Really identify that why. For myself, user research is where I wanted to go, and the reason why I want to do it is because I'm passionate about helping people, and I'm passionate about using research and using innovation to create products and services that are better and keep both the customer and the business happy. So I'm very orientated as in helpful and advisor sort of role. So this is kind of my passion, really. So then you can break it down in terms of understanding where you feel like your skills gaps go. And you can always do like a spider diagram. I've done it previously. So if you look at key skill sets within, say, user research and put it into 6 quadrants and understand, okay, so how am I doing out of 10 on user research? How am I doing on design? How am I doing on wireframing? How am I doing on public speaking or presentations, etc., etc. So just do it and then identify which skills you're lacking. So if it's a high 10, you don't have to worry about it, but you can still continue to reiterate learning. The lower it down, that's where your skill sets you need to improve on. And actually come up with a plan, utilising a PDP plan to understand and research, understand how this skill is going to benefit you, and understand a bit more about how you can do it. So you can do it by courses, you can do it by independent learning, you're going to do books, you can do networking. That is one thing I would say emphasize on wherever possible, is try to look for opportunities to network or find somebody within that skill that you can learn from. Have a bit of a mixed learning reaction to this. So do some reading, really good, but actually networking can actually benefit you in the long term. And actually, like it's happened for myself, networking can actually highlight benefits in terms of going to that next job role that probably nobody else has ever mentioned, in terms of there's going to be more job opportunities not advertised within this field than outside it. So yeah, I think personally for me, the personal development plan has been a brilliant way to actually do personal development. It's helped me to understand a bit more about my user research journey and where my goals are and where I lack in sort of elements within this this field. And hopefully, I really encourage you to take on board this. I think it is a fantastic opportunity to actually help you to generate a learning plan and learning platform where you can learn and grow to improve in the long term, particularly within the field of UX. So hopefully I've inspired you to do your own PDP plan. And as I said, I've linked the plan in the description below. Again, a shout out to the person who actually did this for me ages ago. Really appreciate it. Thank you very much. And I shall speak to you next week. Ciao for now.